Hey people, Demon here, and today I am reviewing Tribes of Europa. Tribes of Europa? Yeah, that's it. So this is a new Netflix series. It just came out, I think, today or maybe yesterday or so, or a few days ago, and it is very interesting. So spoiler free, or really quick, I'll do spoiler free, then I'll do spoilers. But spoiler free, it's pretty good. The acting is fairly good. The story, even though it's kind of predictable, but it splits into three different stories, pretty interesting and pretty good at the same time. And the characters, pretty good, although I wish we spent some more time on some characters. Um, but all in all, it's a fairly good show. There are some things wrong with it, like I think we didn't spend enough time on some characters, and we got a little bit too much time on other characters. And they didn't even it out enough as they should have. But it's still pretty good. Um, but yeah, all in all, it's pretty good. Now, spoiler alert. If you haven't watched it, I would suggest going to watch it because I enjoy it. It's only 6 episodes long. I think they're about 40 to an hour long each, 45 minutes to an hour long or so. But yeah, they're all pretty good. Anyways, spoilers now. Spoilers.
Just remind you to subscribe, hit that bell, like, comment, share this video, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok down below.
Okay, so this show starts off with a pilot crashing, and it shows this world where we have tribes and stuff, because it turns out it's far in the future where the world has basically ended, and there has been people just restarted, and there's tribes, and it's kind of fucked up. It's interesting to say the least, but it's really fucked up. Everything's fucked up. There's several different tribes. But the main tribes we got, the main tribes, were, well, one tribe was the Aborigines or something like that, and they all got killed off. The and they all got killed off except for a few. The second tribe would be the Crows. They're basically like the bad tribe, the baddest of all bads. They do really messed up things like slavery, and they're just fucked up. The third tribe is uh I forgot something republic or something like that. Basically just like freedom fighters against the crows. Although they also have malicious intent to a certain point, and we'll discuss that a little bit later. And then, of course, there are a bunch of other tribes. And I think one is like the Atlantis is like one big one that's playing a part. Definitely because there's a whole story behind that. And at the very end, there was also like a almost Amazon type tribe as well. So that was pretty interesting as well. But anyways, um, these people, they're all trying to get this cube because they want this advanced technology from the Atlanteans. But the boy gets away with it. Um, and then they just basically kill the whole village. And that's the crows, by the way. The crows do this to the whole village. They kill the whole village. The boy gets away with the cube. And then there's only three main characters left after that. And a bunch of side characters. um okay, so the three main characters are three siblings. One is the girl, one is the older boy, one is the younger boy. The younger boy has the cube and has the most interesting story and gets the least amount of screen time in my personal opinion. I don't think he gets enough screen time. But yeah, he's basically going on this journey to get this cube back to its home. He meets a uh, sort of a scavenger type guy, and they kind of become friends, almost like a father son type relationship. It's actually really cool. And they meet some crazy characters as they're slowly getting chased down by a crazy cult that's trying to kill them. And it's actually pretty interesting. And at the end, they make it to a certain thing, and they're like, okay, what the fuck is happening? And it just kind of ends there. And it's just like, okay, so next season they're gonna have something if there's next season. um, And then we have the girl's storyline. Basically, people assume she's dead, but she's alive. She goes after a character, asks where her family is. She goes after a character from the Crows, asks where her family is. The character obviously doesn't tell her, and then she gets captured by the Republic, and the Republic are really nice people, sort of, except they have some really dumb things in there as well. And what are those dumb things? Let's see. Well, first, one of them, the her like almost her love interest, I guess at this point, he wants to go to war against the Crows and just fucking kill them all. Which I gotta admit, I kind of agree because the Crows have like a bunch of fucked up things like slavery and stuff. But yeah, he wants to go to war against them, and the other one, there's an older one that also gets killed by the younger one. He wants to create peace with these fucked up people. So yeah, they're both kind of fucking stupid and fucked up, but she's basically just in the middle, and she's just kind of just like, okay, I'm stuck here. Let's just try to do whatever we can to get my family back, because the family gets captured by the Crows. And then shenanigans ensue from there. She goes on to try to stop them, and then goes on to try to help them get a treaty. And then, at the end, everybody dies, and she gets picked up by what seems to be Amazonians, but they're not called Amazonians. Basically, it looks like just a woman tribe, I guess. So that's pretty interesting, I guess. And to be honest, her story was the one. It was kind of the lackluster one, to be honest, because I don't know. She just did stuff too fast. You know, everything was a little bit too fast paced. And at the end, she's crying over this crow lady that she's only met like a few times and betrayed and everything. And yet she's crying over her. It's kind of like, what? Seriously? But yeah, her journey is kind of average, but hopefully next time it's a little bit better because she's with a totally different tribe, I guess. And there's probably going to be a war if this actually gets another season. And then the third character, he is basically a slave, and then he becomes a prize slave because he basically tattletales on other slaves, almost getting murdered for it. But then he's like, "Okay, I'm saved." So he becomes a prize slave of the chick there, and she basically just does some fucked up things to him, and at the end he becomes a crow himself. Now, here's the question: is he gonna be a bad guy, or is he gonna be a good guy still? Because he ends up killing his own father at the end, and we don't know what happened to the rest of his group. But he definitely has some hatred, and I wonder if he's gonna go against the Crows, or if he's gonna go on full Crow and be like, "Hey man, I'm with the Crows now. Fuck everybody else." But yeah, it's gonna be very interesting to see what he does at the end. Is he gonna be a good guy or a bad guy? At this point, he's a bad guy. At this point, he's not a bad guy. He's kind of like an angry guy. But yeah, that's the whole story. We have 3 separate storylines. Very interesting, in my opinion. And yeah, I really want to see a second season of this because it was actually pretty interesting. Hopefully, we get more of the young brother because he obviously has the best storyline, but the other ones are okay too. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Hit that bell notification. That's the best way to keep up my channel. Link down below to my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And to other friends, stay sane. Peace. Just remind you to subscribe, hit that bell, like, comment, and share this video. Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok down below. Shadow, my baby, I love you so much. You're my baby. And you love to sleep in the bathtub. 'Cause you're a weirdo. Shadow, look over here, buddy. Look over here.